It's an ability to be creative, to live into a fantasy that only can come into flourishing or reality for others, just with creativity, imagination, things of that nature. A way to express oneself, whether it's emotionally, socially, and in most cases, like me being a model physically. Eventually become an icon for a bridge. With being in the middle of the United States and fashion being a very New York heavy industry, then you have the flip side where it's also a big thing in LA. You only get typically the Chicago region that gets all the Midwest attention. However, due to the Midwest Fashion Week being what it is, and it's brought over designers, models, many talents from both sides and from out of the country. I think it's going to be a pivotal point, just as much as New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. I think it's just going to be one of those, like I said, it'll be a bridge from one side of the country to the other. So with Midwest Fashion Week, with being a part of it, I originally started as just a random individual who was asked to be a part of it. Little did I know, it was pivotal for me because I ended up finding myself on a lot of media platforms, not knowing at the time, on the front pages of some of our newspapers locally, and then it pushed my life over into a career that I was not expecting, into the magazine, and actually becoming a full-time model, living in New York, traveling in and out the country, as I'm currently doing as well. So I think with being a part of Midwest Fashion Week alone, it has allowed me to take on a full diversity within the realm of the modeling and fashion industry. Like I said, with working with people in LA here in Indianapolis, or working with people in New York here in Indianapolis, the Midwest is allowing people to find a midpoint without having to literally go from an 8-hour flight over somewhere else to actually just come collectively and find a common ground area. So with that being the case, to go back to what I said earlier, Midwest Fashion Week is definitely a bridge for those fashion industries.